asked too much already, Mr. Conrad.
Oh, what is this, huh?
Come along, sir. You better come with me.
Oh,
We'd better leave.
Hey, you. Get me a taxi, will you?
Who do you think I am?
Aren't you the doorman?
Certainly not.
Oh, you can't sit down, huh?
You started all this, now out. Come on, out.
Look out! Oh, it's you again, huh? Same old lot.
What do you mean? Different joint? Never break up the same joint twice.
3 times in 2 weeks. You fought it this time, Conrad.
Inspector! I charge this man with insulting behavior and common assault.
Who's got a pin? I want to see if he bursts.
If I had you aboard my ship, I'd clap you in irons.
All right, Captain, let him be.
He's a captain?
I'm a captain, yes. I own my own ship. I'm a man of influence in this colony. I'll speak to the governor. I'll have you expelled.
Why don't you go on driving your lift?
Okay, get him out.
Glory to the Volvinian man. So, son, 'tis 50 long years since I saw.
Excuse me, Captain, I'm a little late.
You're very late, Mr. Enriquez. 18 minutes late. I run a tight ship. Let's try to keep it that way.
Forgive me. I took my mother to early mass.
It's a blessing, Mr. Enriquez, to have a devout and religious mother. Was it really necessary for her to pray on my time?
Good morning to you, Captain. All ready now for the regular inspection.
Good, good, Mr. Skinner. Another day, gentlemen, another voyage. However short the distance we may travel, we can always maintain perfect discipline aboard the Varsaw.
That's right, sir. That's right. Good old Fat Annie.
Now, Mr. Skinner, that's not her name, and you know it. Her ship, like any other female, should be addressed with courtesy. Coming along rather nicely, aren't they? European flowers, gentlemen. Seeds are posted to be from England. Nothing flamboyant, but makes a pretty show. Home-like. Carry on.
Conrad, you wait here.
Yes, good morning.
Are you from the Fatsan?
I'm the first officer.
We have an expulsion warrant for this body.
Has he a Portuguese visa for Macau?
Strange as it may seem, yes, he does.
The captain is not going to like this, you know.
Is Ferry's license as a public conveyance?
The captain is very particular, you know, about his passengers.
This one he can put below decks.
Okay. Where's his ticket?
$1 all you're going to get.
Why don't you try poking a bun through the bars? The animal doesn't bite.
Disgraceful.
Your passport. Out you.
This way, please. I'm sorry, but you will have to stay here.
That's all right. Just bring the wine list.
Stand by with your engines, Mr. Skinner, to get underway.
Aye, aye, sir. Lovely little girl. Thanks for coffee. I'll let him wait.
Oh, you better go, Joe.
All right. See you tonight, darling.
All right,
Goodbye,
Joe.
children. Be good now.
Goodbye.
Bye. Moses!
Captain, there is a deportee on the lower deck.
Deportee?
Yes, sir.
White man.
Yes, sir.
Pity.
Get away there! Get away there!
All right, Mr. Enriquez. Carry on. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely day. Major, have you noticed my nasturtiums?
Jolly fine.
Yes, it's not easy, you know, gardening on the high seas. It takes a bit of attention. Good morning. Good morning. Now then, you listen to what captains say. This trip, you know slidey down banisters, you know breaky windows, you know scratchy woodwork, you know picky captain's flowers.
Yes, Captain, we won't slide down the banisters or scratch the woodwork or pick the flowers. We promise.
That's right, because this trip, if you do, by heaven, how do you do, Miss Fellas? I was just cautioning the little dykes. But I'm sure this time, however, you, as their school teacher, will keep a somewhat closer eye on your charges than usual.
Yes, Captain. We won't scratchy woodwork or picky flowers.
Thank you.
Come on, children.
Archdeacon, nice to have you aboard. Good morning, Miss...
Carter, how long does your vessel take to make the crossing?
we should be in Macau in less than 4 hours.
No, Macau. Have right sleeve completed. Splendid. I shall be up to schedule.
Holiday trip, Miss...
Mary Carter.
Yes, Miss...
Yes, indeed. Every year, somewhere different. It's a hobby, you know, seeing the world.
Beautiful morning, Miss...
Is it? Oh, yes.
Well, in this fine weather, we should be in Macau in very good time indeed.
We are in God's hands, Captain.
Yes.
He will send us either to Macau or the bottom of the sea.
The bottom of the sea? Oh, Archdeacon, there's no fear of that on my ship. Why, there's not a sound of vessel afloat, boy. Nor, I flatter myself, pick up that cigarette, a neater and a tidier one. That's why we attract the type and class of passenger that we do. You're not a passenger.
You're not a captain. You're the doorman of the nightclub.
You're that deportee, Mr. Skinner. Take take him below and keep him there as not to be seen up here on deck.
Hold it, mister. You've got it wrong. I'm a paying passenger by courtesy of the British government.
You stay below. That's an order.
I stay below if I want to stay below. That's a promise.
I do not tolerate drunken brawlers or flea-bitten tramps mingling about in first class, not on my ship.
You're talking about a fat Annie.
The Far Sard is the name of this ship.
You compare this comical ferry boat with a ship?
Somebody laughed. Sure it wasn't you, Mr. Skinner? You realize that there are plenty of other engineers available whose sense of humor is not quite so keen.
Maybe, Captain, but there's only one can keep this antique hunk of scrap metal moving, and well, you know it.
Now, that's not very loyal to your ship, Mr. Skinner. nor very respectful or considerate to my home.
You call this floating museum home?
Yes, it's my home. Not that home is a word which someone like you'd be likely to understand. Take it below, Mr. Skinner, way below to the hold. Put the hatch over him and cover him up. We must have some regard for appearances.
All right. I'm too tired to argue.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, for this offensive little incident. It won't happen again, I assure you. Carry on.
We'll never talk to her again. Fancy saying a thing like that. Here she comes. I'm sorry for what I said. We never talk to you again. Oh, come along. Why bother about her?
Feeling low? What do you do if you're a kid and feeling low?
I don't know.
Can't get drunk? Can't have a cigar? You're kind of driven back on your own resources, aren't you? Uh-huh. Must be really horrible being a kid. Poor you.
Who are you?
Robin Hood. Now, if I get lonely, there's Mrs. Bottle.
Mrs. Bottle! That's a funny name. Who's Mrs. Bottle?
The only woman I love.
Mrs. Bottle! Who's Mrs. Bottle?
Haven't you seen her? She's on the ship.
Where is she? Tell us. Is she a passenger?
Of course she is. Down below, in the engine room.
What's she like?
Oh, she's kind and warm, and she'll put you to sleep. So quiet, you won't even know, and tuck you up and kiss you goodnight.
You're stupid.
So are you stupid?
Why are we stupid?
Because you wouldn't play with Lucy.
Why should we play with Lucy?
Because she's the best.
Why am I the best?
Because you're the prettiest. Here, Lucy.
Who is that?
All right.
You horrible, ill-bred piece of human refuse.
Steady, Captain. Murder the women and the children first.
Get down below like I ordered you.
I like it better up here. I enjoy the view.
Well, I don't enjoy the view of you. My ship is a decent, respectable, first-class vessel.
Okay. You are so proud of your ship. And I'm dirtying it up for you. I'll be off soon. Then you can wash it down with disinfectant. But until then, I'm just another passenger. With my fare paid. With the right to be left in peace. So beat it, you fat oaf, or I kick a hole in you.
You get off the ship in Macau, and meanwhile, don't pick the flowers.
I want to thank you.
Oh, go away.
You were doing my job. Keeping the children happy.
I didn't expect callers. I gave my valet the day off. I'm not used to looking after myself.
No, you're not, are you? You're good with children.
I'm not good with anybody now, but please move away, will you?
Why?
We're arriving somewhere, aren't we?
Macau.
I don't like arrivals. It means I have to start thinking where to leave for next. Well, goodbye. Delighted not to have known you.
Goodbye, Mr. I'm afraid I don't know your name.
Conrad. Mark Bertram Conrad. Bertram was my grandfather. He was English. Don't you think it's a funny name?
Not very.
Well, those are my names. Now let's both try and forget them as soon as possible.
your passport ready, please. You wait here, okay?
All right.
Hello.
I'm not speaking to you.
What's wrong?
Angela says you fibbed about Mrs. Bottom.
How did I fib?
Because you're just a tramp, that's why.
That's where you're wrong, kids. That's only a disguise. I'm really a prince. And I'm on my way to fight a duel with my rascally cousin, the Black Duke. But don't tell anyone.
Oh, no, we won't.
See you later, chump.
Yeah.
Can't stop now, got somebody waiting for me.
Don't forget you're married.
Sure I am. Hey, how are you, sweetheart? Man, bless you. Josephine. Mulligan, me little boy. Wait till you see what I have in the bag for you. When we get home, I have the loveliest...
Mr. Conrad! Mr. Conrad, please.
Yeah.
Bring your passport, please. Your name is Conrad?
Yeah?
Your passport, please. What was your business in Hong Kong?
I used to have a sailing junk, coastal trading.
Used to have?
That's what I said.
Your entry into Hong Kong is not recorded here. Your passport is out of order.
But I have a visa for Macau.
The visa is not acceptable.
What's wrong with it?
The visa is not acceptable. It should never have been issued.
Well, isn't that just fine?
Captain, we've received information from Hong Kong. This man is an undesirable alien.
Undesirable is scarcely the word for it.
He will not be permitted to land.
Not land, that's very comical, not land. He must land.
There is no must about it, Captain.
Hong Kong, here I come.
Oh, no, I refuse. I absolutely refuse to have this person back on board my ship. No, I shall speak to your commandant.
Do so. I am acting on his instructions.
You are acting, Inspector, like a damn fool.
Captain Hart, Hong Kong may have the money, but we in Macau have our pride. They are not going to deposit all their refuse on our doorstep. He's not going to land. And that is final.
I'll see you in jail for this.
So long as you don't come visiting me, it'll suit me fine.
Are you able to pay your fare back to Hong Kong?
You have to charge it up to my account.
Captain Hart, Mr. Conrad will travel first class. You can give me the change on Friday.
She's paid the postage.
Hurry up now, all of you.
That's a good drop of stuff, isn't it?
Where did you get it?
The wife's uncle is in the police. He gets it through the customs and I get it through him.
Which wife?
Macau. Hong Kong looks after me, folks.
She's got an uncle in the police too?
No, her father is the night watchman on the docks.
You're sitting pretty, Joe. The wife each end, and Mrs. Butler on board. To say nothing of the kids, how many are there?
I have 5 in Hong Kong and 5 in Macau.
Quite a family. But tell me, you never really stop at Macau. Just turn round and go back.
Look, those engines are pretty old. They've got to break down sometime, haven't they? Okay, stand by all.
There we go.
Are you going?
We're arriving again. Getting nervous.
Conrad, you're going the wrong way. Your direction is out.
Ever heard of a boomerang, Inspector?
Not with an expulsion warrant attached to it. You had a visa for Macau.
Oh, that's a sad story. Isn't it, Captain?
Oh, sad, very sad. It's breaking my heart. You see, Inspector, the Portuguese wouldn't have him. Not that I blame them, of course.
Indeed.
Yes, so I had no choice but to bring him back here to you. Just pass that man down here, will you please?
I see, but that hardly alters the situation, does it?
What do you mean?
Well, he was expelled from the territory under a governor's warrant, and he's not allowed to come back.
He's got to come back. I brought him back. He is back.
Quite, but there were no real issues.
Don't be ridiculous. I've got to put him off someplace.
Take him back to Macau.
I've already explained to you, Inspector, that they won't have him in Macau.
And we won't have him here.
Well, and do you mind telling me what the hell I'm going to do with him?
That is your concern, Captain
It's
Hart.
not my concern. It's no concern of mine at all. That has nothing to do with me.
Except that he's on your boat.
Well, I shall very soon put him off my boat myself and be damned to you.
I shouldn't try that if I were you, Captain.
Of course, Inspector. I don't expect that you think I'm going to carry him back and forth for the rest of his life.
Take it up with government.
Government, red tape, bureaucracy, that could run into months.
Years, probably, but I dare say it'll all sort itself out.
Can you tell me how?
Well, I don't know. He might die, for instance.
Die? Look at him.
He's dirty, but he's healthy. He's disgustingly healthy. He could live to be 80. We could grow old together.
That's quite possible, Captain Hart. Quite possible.
Now, see here.
Do I take it we're stuck with you? From now on, all correspondence to the Fat Annie, somewhere at sea, South China.
Welcome aboard.
Care to earn a few dollars?
Doing what?
Slip the ship. Once you're in town...
No dice, Captain. I've been on the run long enough. This is my chance to catch my breath, and I'm taking it.
And you expect me to accept that?
You have no choice, have you? I can sit it out on the Fat Annie, traveling between Hong Kong and Macau as long as the old scow stays afloat. And to the world, I cease to exist.
What an intolerable thought.
It's a beautiful thought. A peaceful thought.
Then, you refuse to go?
Sorry, Captain. Look, put yourself in my shoes.
That I should loathe to do.
You've got something there.
Where are you going?
Down to the cabin. Get some sleep.
Oh, no, you don't. Cabins cost money, so does food. Persons without any identity should be able to do without any food or sleep. You don't exist. There's not much point in laying a table for somebody who isn't there.
But I have to live.
Oh, I really don't see why. You don't like my ship. You have one clear alternative. Get off.
But you know I can't land.
I would help you if I could, you know that?
Who says I want help?
Everybody needs help at some time or another.
Oh, you can tell that to that fat oaf of a captain of yours. How can you bear to be with him every day?
Me? I have a widowed mother dependent on me. With all the shipping laid up in Hong Kong, I could never get another job.
Although he slaps you down all the time?
It is the duty of a Christian to turn the other cheek.
You're in the wrong job. You should have been a missionary.
I have not the courage to be anything. Excuse me.
That man is still here. He looks dead to me.
Tell that to the captain and you get a large reward.
He's not dead. He's talking. What's he doing here, then?
Oh, don't tell me it's Friday again.
Of course it is. We go home every Friday.
Have you been on this ship all the week?
That's right. I daren't get off. I haven't done my homework.
Now run along, children. Your lemonade's ready in the saloon.
Ah, the beautiful algebra lady. Forgive me if I don't do a bow.
Mr. Conrad, we've got things moving.
I also forgot it's Friday. I sometimes shave on Fridays.
If only we could get your story into the papers. We've got a lawyer's opinion. He says it's against the Charter of the United Nations.
Ah, who's we?
Oh, some of us up at the school. We're getting a petition signed.
Ah, you do that. When it's signed, you know what to do with it.
No one can live like you.
I can't. It's the first bit of peace I've had for 30 years.
You're not serious.
That's why I'm happy. Goodbye. I have a little urgent rest to catch up with.
I'll be back on Monday.
Call any time. I'll probably be in, but don't expect me to shave.
All right. Just lie there, filthy, dirty, and useless. You're not worth helping.
Hey, Mark, I found this knocking about. It might help to furnish the little home from home. It's a bit battered, but it's softer than the deck.
Where does it come from?
Cousin of the wife's got run over last week. That's lucky, wasn't it? Here, try it for size.
You mean you carried this the whole way from the town? For me?
Not at all. The wife carried it. I only brought it off the dock. Here, how does it feel?
Oh, fine, fine. Travelers, I never want to get up and go to work.
Now all we want is something that'll keep you warm.
I got something. A nice warm eiderdown. Catch.
Hey, what's this?
In China, it is lucky to share good fortune with friends. Please accept it.
I don't want to spoil your luck, pal. Sure, I accept. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I got something for you, too. Cheers. Now you got a home, Mark, just like anyone else.
Looks like I've got a circle of good friends, too.
How about a little housewarming and a hand of cards?
All right.
Get round there. Now, a nice friendly game. Here, cut. I hope the two of you have plenty of money. I'm feeling devastated.
I'm sorry. My social secretary forgot your invitation.
Well, Mr. Skinner, what have we here? A junk shop or charity jumble thing?
This captain is home.
Home, he calls it.
That's what I call it.
You might inform your friend, Mr. Skinner, that, be it ever so humble, home belongs to a man, not to somebody else that doesn't want him, that can't stand the sight of him.
Oh, very kind. A perfect guest.
Even your furniture's rotten.
It's not built for solid citizens.
Comical. Very comical. Oh, I'd split my sides laughing at your friend's little quips, Mr. Skinner. If he wasn't so pathetic.
Go on, enjoy me. You can't enjoy a fire unless someone's outside in the cold.
Now he wants me to enjoy him. Enjoy something I loathe, despise, and hate.
Come on, Captain. Don't spoil the party. It's my housewarming. Have a cigar and join us in a game of cards.
Yeah, a nice friendly little party, Captain. We'd be delighted to have you.
Yes, I've heard that your friend here is quite a gambler.
That's wrong, Captain. Only respectable citizens like you gamble.
You do gamble occasionally.
I take a bet with the next man.
Care to gamble with me?
For money?
No, we couldn't do that. You haven't got any money. All you've got is you yourself. That's what we'll gamble for.
You don't do it, Mark.
Keep out of this, Mr. Skinner.
Okay. I'll be the stakes. How do you split me?
Simple, very simple. I lose, you stay. You win, and this well deck is your home permanently.
And if I don't win?
Oh, if you lose, you go. You slip the ship. You disappear. You rub yourself out of my sight. Permanently.
Don't do it. This is dangerous, Mark.
What do you want me to do? Consult my lawyers?
You don't have to do it. Just sit tight. He can't touch you.
It seems your body's just a wee bit frightened, Mr. Skinner.
Okay. I'll play you.
No, it's very sporting indeed. Open this pack of playing cards, Mr. Enriquez. Let the sporting gentleman observe you breaking the seal. Which particular game do you favor? Poker, gin rummy, or a fresh little flutter of Chinese senses?
Sen suits me.
Sen it is. Simple game. No intelligence required, no special dexterity or skill.
Oh, you didn't learn that playing old maid?
It's a sad truth, you know, that if you handle the world long enough, some of the evil ways of the world are left somehow sticking to your fingers.
Cut.
My deal, my deal. I take it we agree on the rules. Whoever first collects 3 picture cards and an ace, that man's the winner. Right?
All right. First blood to me.
Are we going to leave my ship, my pretty little ship, quite soon?
2 up to Mark.
Quite soon. Well, if you don't speculate, you can't accumulate.
Wouldn't you, the captain?
I wonder, Mr. Skinner, how long your friend here anticipates languishing in that Austrian jail?
Never mind the small talk.
Ship, my pretty little ship.
Huh.
Two each.
How he's going to leave my ship, my pretty little ship, quite soon. Take it up.
Queen to the captain.
Ah, Queen it is. Dear old Lady Luck does seem to be smiling on me, gentlemen, tonight.
One ace and captain wins.
Woo, and so you say farewell to picturesque Hong Kong. And we say farewell to you, Mr. whatever your name is.
Hey, Mark.
Now, just a minute.
Just a minute, Captain. Something wrong with the deck? 5 aces?
5 aces? Hold on, Mr. Skinner. You were the last person to handle those cards.
You dealt them, Captain.
Now, surely you don't accuse me. Oh, why, I've never been so insulted at all.
Good night, Captain.
Oh, my life. Well, now, you don't think that with a trample, take him below. Why, there must have been some mistake. A mistake at the card factory. Could happen, you know, a few extra aces. You can't seriously suggest that a man of my impeccable reputation...
Over, Captain. I want to make my bed.
You know what they all say about me up and down the China coast? Captain Cecil Hart? Straight as a string. He's not worth your interest, Miss Ferrers.
Or yours, it seems.
I tolerate him. What more do you expect?
You could try helping him.
Helping him do what? Get off my ship?
He can't.
He won't try.
Captain Hart, do you know anything about this man? Do you know his wife left him for another man who ill-treated her and that she died?
Well, we've all of us got some kind of a sad story to tell, if we wanted to. It's the bums and tramps that have alibis.
But the Chinese took away his junk, his means of livelihood. You can't blame him for that.
No, I can't blame the Chinese either.
And
he
after
was
that,
probably smuggled.
he was beaten up and robbed of every penny he
In a
possessed.
drunken brawl, no doubt, Miss Ferris. He won't thank you for raking up his past.
It's his future I'm interested in. And so should you be.
His future? You sure he has any?
No wonder you're such a lonely man, Captain Hart. Good morning, Mr. Conrad.
Oh,
Look, you're famous. The Hong Kong Gazette's taken you up.
this you doing?
Partly.
Well, I don't want to be famous.
Listen, I know someone who'd get your story into all the papers in the world if you'd only meet him.
No.
There'd be questions of the British Parliament. You'd be an issue in the United Nations. Don't you see? You're more than just a passenger on a ferry boat. You're a symbol of all the displaced people of the world.
Yeah. This symbol is happy where he is.
You can't stay here.
Why not? I won the card game, didn't I? Anyway, I've got friends here.
Friends. They treat you like a stray dog they'd throw a bone to in the kitchen. Where's your self-respect? Besides, you owe me something.
What do I owe you?
$4 for a start. I paid your fare, remember?
All right. I owe you something. I give you an invitation to dinner. $4 worth of dinner.
Dinner? Where, Shaw?
The main deck, here tonight. 8:30, evening dress optional.
No.
I'll probably be informal. I'm serious.
It's absurd.
Well, I gave you an invitation. That's all I can give you right now.
Well, I don't know.
We can talk about life. Or even maybe live a little.
Well, I don't promise.
But you'll come? I'll order the wine.
Very pretty. And it's all yours. He won't come aboard until about 2 o'clock in the morning. And here's a little something without the compliments of the captain.
Mr. Spottle, thank you.
Enjoy yourself. Miss Ferris?
Am I late?
No, I only just arrived myself. Alphonse, I would like to have a table near the band and open the bottle, huh? This way, please. Oh, hello. Would you like to have a drink at the bar first?
Yes, please.
Martini.
Oh, yes.
Bartender, 2 dry martinis. You know this place?
I can't say I know it well.
It's rather quiet about this time. Cigarette?
No, thank you.
Any minute, the mayor will be in. He usually sits at that table. Amazing. He's with a different girl every night.
At his age?
Must be the climate. Ah, the dry martini. He's brought the menu. Shall we order? They do rather a good rice here. Come to think of it, that's about all they do.
You choose. My French is so shaky.
Well, I suggest we start with some rice. And then to follow...
You say.
How about some rice?
Sounds exciting.
It is. The rice. Aperitif, all right?
It's good.
Suppose we go on to the wine now. Why did you wear that dress?
Don't you like it?
Much too much.
Well, as we were coming here,
Let's have another glass.
What are we on to now?
I think it is the champagne.
Lovely.
Make the most of it. The brandy is not all that hot.
Oh, what's wrong with it?
Mr. Skinner makes it in the boiler room. Distilled fuel oil.
I'm glad you like my dress.
May I say that you are without exception the most beautiful teacher of algebra that ever had dinner with me aboard the Fat Annie. Shall we dance?
Excellent band.
The best. You know, you're quite different in the evenings.
How different?
Not working so hard, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
You don't think it's so wrong, me being here?
Oh, I don't care what happens to you.
You don't?
You've everything you want here. All this and...
Oh, you mean the swimming pool, the private lake, my own orchestra and all that stuff. Now, let me tell you straight away. That's not all a man needs in his life.
Oh? What else does he need?
He needs...
Dinner is served, Mr. Conrad.
Dinner is served. See, the mayor's just arrived.
With another girl?
Don't look. It's his wife.
No wonder he looks unhappy. The last of the beautiful champagne. There's not even any of Mr. Skinner's distilled fuel oil left. Mr. Conrad.
Yes, Miss Ferris.
Are you happy?
Tonight?
Tonight, I'm very happy. You know, Mr. Conrad, I didn't know you lived so well. And now, some music.
I'll have them play a song for you. Can you play an English song?
Something romantic.
Something romantic?
Yes, we know English romantic song.
You know I'm worried about you. Why don't you stop going to and fro across that bright blue bit of ocean? Why don't you go home to the old Vienna woods or wherever you were born?
That's a long story.
What did you do before you had the junk?
I had a yacht. At least, my family had a yacht.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of a black sheep?
Oh, we have them in England too. But even a black sheep can sometimes go home to the fold.
Not this one. And even if I wanted to, things are not the same anymore. Besides, the police want me.
What did you do, murder someone?
I didn't stop to find out. I've been running ever since, this way and that.
Perhaps if you went back, nothing would happen.
I wish I had your faith and authority. I would give anything if I could get my feet off the ship for a few hours.
Surely you don't think there's any spot in the world better than this?
Sometimes a man wants to try something different. Just for one evening. For 1 hour or two.
Well, let's go.
Must be crazy.
Are you afraid?
Of course I'm afraid. Not getting back. Oh, could you lend me $10? I pay you back when I write my memoirs.
That's $14 you owe me.
This way.
Your Mrs. Bottle.
Is this the 6th or the 7th bar we've been to tonight?
The 7th.
You know, in this area alone, we've got another 167 to do.
I'm beginning to understand you, Mr. Conrad. You've converted the missionary.
The health of the ex-missionary.
Howdy, Mark.
Hi. Oh, hi, Johnny Singup. Here's an old friend of mine, Johnny Singup.
Hi, Liz.
How is business, Johnny?
Well, restricted, Mark. Very restricted. You know how it is.
I should know. Johnny Singup is in the import business.
Johnny Singer. That's a funny name.
Yeah, that's a funny name.
Yeah, that's what they call me back in America. When I was a kid, I used to sing for nickels, for the drunkards coming out of saloons. Sing up, Johnny, they used to shout. Sing up, Johnny. Kind of stuck to me. Johnny, sing up.
Fascinating.
Fascinating. Like you. You're Isn't she fascinating?
Sure.
Let's introduce her to everybody, huh? Hey, listen! Listen, everybody! Let me introduce fascinating Miss Ferris. The most beautiful piece of algebra of the Eastern Hemisphere.
Why do you say such beautiful things?
Now hear this, everybody! From now on, Miss Ferris, I shall live a useful life.
No, don't do that, Mr. Conrad. Just go on backwards and forwards across
Miss
the right
Ferris,
street.
I promise.
We've got a great picture of you, Conrad, declaiming your case to the world. We'll get you off that boat and back to civilization.
Civilization? You fixed it, didn't you?
No, Mark, no, I don't know these people.
Wait, no, stop. You can't do that. You don't understand. Don't you understand what this picture means to you, Conrad?
That reminds me of someone.
See you at the Fat Annie, huh?
Oh, no, you won't. The police will see to that. I'll have a guard 100 strong around that boat.
Where's the telephone?
Fat Annie in the harbor, and quick.
But, Inspector, it's illegal entry. He's broken the immigration laws.
Where are you speaking from, Captain Hart?
From the Golden Pheasant.
Oh, yes. Golden Pheasant. Nice, quiet place.
How comical. But you've simply got to catch him before he gets back on board my ship. You've got to.
Yes, Captain Hart, my jeep is outside. I'll come round and pick you up immediately.
Here he is, fellows. A little respect for the uniform.
Hi, jailer.
Well, here we are, Captain.
And about time, too. At this rate, he could slip away from us entirely.
Oh, Conrad, you mean? Yes, I can see what an inconvenience it would be on your
Inconvenience?
ferry boat, but still.
To living hell.
Oh, surely now, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
You don't understand. You don't realize what the farsa means to me. Inspector, my whole life is tied up with that ship.
Yes, but not your life savings.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you didn't actually buy that boat with your own money now, did you? The story I've heard was that you won her in a game of chance.
In a small friendly game of poker. Well, if you're thinking, Inspector, that the game by which I acquired my ship was in any way crooked, you're absolutely right. You see, there were no amateurs involved. We were all strictly professional. It wasn't a game of chance at all. It was a contest, Inspector, of sheer skill. I didn't win my ship. I earned her, you might say, and I've been earning her ever since. Living up to her, really. Oh, what now?
I'm afraid there are two things in life which we must accept as unalterable. The fickleness of women and the Hong Kong traffic problem.
Oh, you're a scream, Inspector. A perfect scream. There is, Inspector? There he goes. Back up. There he goes. We've been there before. Now step on it, driver. Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
See who?
That flaming, flea-bitten, flying Dutchman, that's who.
No, not seen him tonight, Captain.
We just wait here, Inspector, till he arrives, and then you can arrest him for illegal entry.
I know my duty, Captain.
I dare say.
Hi, Captain. Been having a night out?
You... get off my ship.
Now, Captain, you know I'm not allowed ashore.
It appears that you didn't see him after all, Captain.
Oh, I saw him all right. You just do your duty, Inspector.
Well, I can only arrest him when he's in Hong Kong.
No.
And I'm not in Hong Kong.
Well, Miss Carter, have a pleasant holiday in Macau?
Most disappointing. The village store at home has a better selection.
Selection of what?
Wool, of course. I had hoped to obtain an extra ounce.
Oh. Naughty girl.
Did you bring them, Ducky? That's the girl.
I brought you some fruit for Mr. Conrad.
Oh, that's fine. Just a minute. Hey, Mark!
Yeah?
Meet the wife and kid.
Oh! Glad to know you, Mrs. Skinner.
Hey, Rita brought you a present.
Thank you. The kids look fine.
Yeah. This is Kathleen.
No, Patricia.
Patricia. I'm sorry. Well, I'm in a hurry, Jux. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Archdeacon?
Well, Captain, what sort of a crossing are we going to have?
We ought to have a pleasant crossing, Miss Carter.
Nonetheless, as soon as we put to sea, I shall blow myself up.
I beg your pardon?
My inflatable knife belt.
Oh, you will wear it underneath?
Naturally, one doesn't wish to appear grotesque.
No, of course, sir. Oh, What is all this?
It is their uncle. They are taking him to Hong Kong to put him with his ancestors.
We can't have coffins, oriental or otherwise, littering up first class. Get rid of it.
Where shall it go, Captain?
Oh, I don't know. Put him aft with Mr. What's-his-name. Keep him company.
But, Captain...
That's an order, Mr. Enriquez.
Angele. I'm sorry, it is the captain.
Don't worry.
Jenny, con hoi, lo hey.
Come along, children. You shouldn't be down here. Sorry, Mr. Conrad. I told him not to bother you. He shouldn't have done this to you.
Why don't you raise it at the United Nations?
Do you have to be so unpleasant?
I've had years of practice.
I brought you some cigarettes.
Did you get them from the newspaper man?
Oh, I don't like the look of that. How's the barometer?
It is falling, but we will be in Hong Kong in 3 hours.
The trouble is, typhoons move quicker than the Fat Annie.
The captain is quite confident.
Yeah? Well, now tell me some good news.
Miss Ferris?
Well, it's nothing to do with you. Now, come along, children. Back to the saloon. Come on. Now, hurry along. Don't just stand there. Make some effort. Make him turn around and pick them up.
Hey, you. What do you think you're doing? Go about and pick them up.
You. Get down below.
But you must be crazy. There are men dying out there.
Plenty of other ships in the vicinity. Someone else is bound to pick them up.
But they are dying. Whose wedding are you rushing to? Go around to them and pick them up.
I have my passengers to consider. This is not a Red Cross ambulance.
You bloody hypocrite. What goes on inside you? You can't keep clear of dying men. They're human beings. If you leave them to drown, I swear, every living soul in Hong Kong will know about it.
I told you I have my passengers to think of.
You'd better pick them up, Captain.
Mark, you cared. You really cared.
Let's show them up, the greasy hypocrite.
Come about. Pick them up.
Oh, get back to your cook. Don't leave me to run this ship. What's he jabbering about?
They say they carry a cargo of gunpowder!
Gunpowder? Well, get that boat away from us! Get us away from it! Don't just stand there!
Mr. Skinner, get the engine started full speed ahead immediately!
You all right, Tweety? You get below. You hear me? If you don't get below instantly, I'll kill you.
Ah, please, Captain, if you saw the mess we're in below, you'd shoot yourself. You better get out of here, son.
You, Jonah! You brought us nothing but bad luck. How long will it take us to get going again?
We'll have to fix that paddle first, and there's something wrong with the engines. I haven't had a chance to look yet.
How long?
We won't be underway for about 2 hours.
What speed can we make when they are repaired?
Oh, 3 knots if we're lucky.
3 knots and a typhoon coming?
Yes, Captain.
Well, carry on, Mr. Skinner. Let's see this thing through. Trust me.
Put the injured down below, Captain.
Anything serious?
No, just bruises and shock.
Oh, good show.
Sea is getting rougher. There's a typhoon coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, I regret all these inconveniences, but I can assure you that very soon you'll all be safe and sound in Hong Kong.
Thank you, Captain. That's most reassuring.
Miss Carter, for the sake of morale, I wish you'd go on knitting. It makes everything seem so normal.
One can either knit or be inflated, Captain, but not both.
To remain with our uncle.
But you're drowned here!
We do not expect to live forever.
If you have to stay with him, let's bring him up there too. Come on, I'll help you. This way, gentlemen. Crazy, that's what it is. Mark Conrad Undertaker.
It's
all right,
very
gentlemen.
Kind. Very gentle.
Enjoy yourselves.
Just in time for tea and toast. What's it like up there?
Oh, rough.
We have a small hole below the water line, but the pumps are coping. You better get dried off.
If you get into trouble, the radio is dead.
Well, I've seen everything. No, not there! Fusil!
Pete's sake, a blowback. What did I do? Reverse the draft fan?
Yeah, that's one of the Yanni's favorite parlor tricks.
You mean you're working under air pressure?
Yeah, and that'll teach you not to be hanging your coat on
Mr.
something
Skinner!
you know.
Mr. Skinner, please come. The captain's hurt. He fell in the wheelhouse.
I can't do anything about it, miss. I've got to get the engine started.
Isn't there a doctor in the house?
Mark, you come. He's in great pain.
Oh, it breaks my heart.
Everybody else is working. Please come and help.
Why?
You must still have some feelings.
Don't gamble on that.
If you don't come, I'll break every bone.
Oh, miss. One day I have to hit you back.
Please come, Mark, do.
All right. As long as you save the rough stuff for the algebra class.
Brandy. Give us some brandy, somebody. Brandy.
Mr. Conrad!
Whiskey.
The captain's hurt his neck. You must try and help. I don't like the look of him.
I never did.
You're not to touch me, Conrad. Get
out of my wheelhouse. Out.
Lie still, will you?
Get out. Repugnant. You're repugnant. You're repugnant, right?
You're repugnant to me, too. So we are both repugnant. This will do as a splint. It will hurt you, but naturally it won't hurt you as much as it will hurt me.
I shan't always be at your mercy. Oh, no, the day will come when you'll be sorry you ever set foot on my ship.
What did I ever do to injure you?
Injure me? What do you think you're doing to me now?
All right, I get some rope and tie you up. So you won't be knocked about.
Is there anything
Mr.
I can...
Enriquez, don't just stand there and gape. Get out! Get out! Make yourself useful!
Stand by, full south.
Yes, Chief.
Mr. Skinner.
What?
The captain must have the engine started.
And the captain can go and get fried.
What is that?
That's water, me son, and it keeps rising all the time. Old China seas keep away from me boilers.
Ah! The captain will be most pleased.
That's all right.
Get on, full south. Ah, they pretty girl.
Mom, I've found some aspirin.
Captain! The engines are working. What course shall I take?
Due south.
South?
South?
You're crazy. You can't run before this wind. You swamp us.
You get out. Go. I'm telling you to get out.
I'm telling you, your only chance is to bring her around into the wind.
Mr. Enriquez, you know the course will be in Macau 3 hours.
If you don't bring her around, we'll be at the bottom in 3 minutes.
Out of my wheelhouse. You're not wanted here. Set course due south.
Set course due south.
I'll see you in hell, you crazy, vindictive oaf.
Mark, if you're so sure you're right, why don't you take the wheel?
No dice.
You can't let the boat go down.
Why should I worry? What have I got to lose?
There are others to think of.
You think of them. I haven't noticed them giving much thought to me.
Captain. Mark, the children,
Think I can save them? Get inside. You want to be washed overboard?
Well, do try and save them. Please try.
Many brave hearts lie asleep in the...
Hey, why don't you go inside? This is crazy. You get washed away.
You're very kind, but the captain would not like it.
Hell with the captain. Hey, you can't keep this up. Get her into the wind.
The captain's orders were to steer south to Macau.
But you'll never make Macau. There's enough water inside us to float the junk. You can't run before a storm like this.
I have been given my course.
Then alter it.
The captain's orders.
Oh, the captain. There is no captain. Stop talking about the captain. Don't you understand? One good wave over the stern and we'll founder.
What's he doing now? Get him out of here. He'll sink my ship.
All right. If you don't do it, I will.
You have not the authority. The captain's orders were...
But there is no captain. The captain's resigned. He's taking a short vacation.
For the last time, I insist.
All right. Have me court-martialed. Have me shut the door.
Into the wind and clean through the storm. She'll probably capsize halfway around.
That's our only chance.
I wish you'd leave my ship alone. Oh, you go back to sleep.
Don't you worry about Annie. She's all right. She'll get home by herself.
I'm just encouraging her a little.
One more wave and we are finished.
Oh, don't be so damn quick with the funeral service.
It's all right for you, but I am a coward. Without dignity, without courage, I'm afraid of death. I'm afraid of drowning. I'm ashamed of myself.
Now, Mr. Enriquez, maybe we all ought to be more like Mr. Conrad. He don't mind losing his life. His life wouldn't be much of a loss. But the rest of us...
Why you hate me, Captain?
Why? You're the monkey on my back. The rest of us try to keep honest and respectable. What's the use? People like you don't get what they deserve.
Want me to suffer, huh?
Oh, if you could suffer, I could pity you.
Save your pity! You need it for yourself. When I save your ship, you'll have to remember, you owe her all to me. I'm bringing your old damn Victorian garbage can grounded to the wind. I need power. Can you get around? I can fry. I can damn well fry. She's mine now. Poor old fat Annie. She owes her life to me. Don't forget it, Captain Hart. Don't you ever forget it.
Dear God, what have I done to deserve him?
Party's over. It's all yours, Miguel.
Thank you, Mr. Conrad.
That's all right. Are you all right, gentlemen?
Excellent, Mr. Conrad. And you?
Excellent.
You must rest, Mr. Conrad. You must take good care of yourself.
Thank you.
Any idea where we are?
walk out there and you're in China. And you haven't got your invitation card with you.
You mean we're in danger?
If we stay here, we might find ourselves guests of the people's democracy for a long, long time.
Why don't we go now?
Pumps have packed up, and we've still got half the South China Sea down below.
Surely if we go slowly.
Sure, slowly, that's how we'd go. Slowly to the bottom.
How long?
That's up to Joe.
Yes. Mark, you were wonderful. You ought to be very proud of yourself. You saved the boat.
Sure. I had a very important person on board. Me.
You can't fool me. You've stored up a lot of credit for yourself.
I'm in no hurry to cash in on it.
No, but it's always there. Hi! They're fishermen. They might help us.
I wouldn't count on it.
Help! Hi! Come here!
Very romantic, these old junks, don't you think, Archdeacon?
Yes, very picturesque.
Hiya, Conrad. How you been, kid?
What are you playing at?
Playing? We're here for your protection.
Protection from what?
Hiya, Captain. We're paying you a little visit.
Johnny, sing up. You shouldn't be doing this to me.
Oh, you two know each other.
No. Singapore, Cecil. Before he went straight, he was the best-known con man in the China Seas.
Con man? I'll be damned.
Who's he?
That's my new partner, Mr. Yen. He ain't civilized like me, just a vulgar man of action. Yen, hey Yen. This is the one they tossed out of Hong Kong.
You keep out of the way. Give no trouble. We are busy. All passengers in the saloon.
Don't you point your gun at me.
No, well, look here, Johnny.
See what I mean, Cecil? Mr. Yen's a simple type. He don't like conversation.
It seems a few have to die.
I think he means it, Cecil.
What do you expect me to do?
That's better, Cecil. It's the way to talk. Now you just help us do our business with your passengers. It won't take long. You tell them to cooperate.
It's my duty to protect you, I know, but just the moment, all I can do is advise you to hand over your money and valuables without making any fuss about it, because if you resist...
If you resist, you die.
Don't be ridiculous. I shouldn't dream of giving you anything. Kindly let me pass.
Go back to place.
I will not. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, with children present, too.
Go back!
Frightening all these people with your stupid play acting. I warn you, I shall get really angry in a minute.
Go back! Children with loving parents, rich parents.
Leave her alone.
Go below. Collect from other passengers. Continue.
Don't you dare touch me, you nasty, bald-headed little bully.
Old English spinster woman. No one want, nobody miss. You say a little prayer. You stay. Keep good order. Any trouble from passengers, shoot captain. Any trouble from children, shoot old English spinster woman.
Those kids in the saloon, know who they are?
School children.
Rich school children. What would you say they'd be worth to their parents? About $4 million?
Oh, that's it.
We could do with an agent in Hong Kong. Someone to negotiate the deal. Would 5% of the proceeds interest you?
You're really playing it dirty, aren't you?
Who you think you are? No good drunk. We throw you overside like bad meat.
Let me handle this.
What are you going to do with them while I negotiate?
As soon as it's high tide, we take Annie upriver. There's a village there 30 miles up. Got an understanding with the local mayor. You interested?
I'm not interested.
What's the matter? You got scruples or something?
Couple.
Such as?
For one, you'll never get away with it. And I don't fancy long-term in jail.
For another?
They're kids. Can't treat kids like that. And I want to sleep just once in a while. I'm sorry. But you have to give me a better argument.
Maybe this persuade you.
Not at the moment.
That's all you can think of. That's no way to get cooperation.
We do without cooperation. Okay, you stay out. No interfere. Or I throw dead meat in the river.
You ought to have your head examined.
I want captain and all officers on deck.
Kusunju, tumachikasole.
What is in that?
What do you think is in it? A stiff.
Who?
They say it's their uncle.
Or maybe they smuggle. Bring axe. Open.
You can't do this.
Enough. I give order.
And so do I. I'm your partner. Remember?
Okay. Sleeping partner with hole in the head. Dead man. Throw overside.
No.
He's dead. No use to us.
Okay, so he's doing no harm. Let's talk about this.
You talk with dead man. If he say no, okay.
It's bad luck.
Bad luck for him. Overside, now.
Conrad, I was wondering if you think there's any way of dealing with the situation.
What's this, an invitation to suicide?
If there's any hope at all, you're going to have to help me.
Don't rely on it. I'm too fond of breathing.
Everybody into saloon. You keep out of way. Now we hold council of war. High tide in 1 hour. Then we take ferry up river to village. You have a steam up. Engines ready in 1 hour.
Can't be done.
You do what I tell you.
I tell you, it's impossible.
Mr. Skinner's the engineer, is the only man on board who knows how to work the engines.
Okay, Captain. You give order to engineer, or I shoot you.
Don't be crazy.
Okay. We go ahead with the other plan. Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
Help me stand up. I'll be all right standing. What happens now?
Now, you have engines ready in 1 hour. All children go on junk. Captain Hart, you say.
Mr. Skinner.
It can't be done, Skipper.
Okay, start getting children on junk.
Please, you must do something.
What do you expect me to do? Join me, Gil?
They may kill them. Don't you see? If we can keep them with us, there's still a chance.
All right. I always said you'll be the death of me. Hey, listen. I'm an engineer. I'll help do the job. We can get those engines going in 1 hour.
You said there was no one else.
How should I know about him? He's just a tramp I got landed with.
Okay. But if engine's not ready in 1 hour, you dead meat.
I know, yeah.
Johnny, bring children back. All right, get below. Me on bridge.
It's impossible.
I know, but anything can happen in 1 hour. You come?
Throw body overside.
Well, well, gentlemen, I've brought you through some pretty rough weather, as you'll agree. I intend to see you through this. Now, you just maintain good
Cut out the
discipline.
speeches, will you?
Conrad.
All right, go ahead if you want to. We all pretend it's a school prize giving.
What would you do?
Does he understand English?
Good morning, me friend. From the rear end of what abominable pig was your father spawned? He doesn't understand English.
Well, there's a sort of idiot plan coming to my mind. We all have to be very angry.
Well, they won't stop at anything. They murdered Mr. Enriquez.
How near full pressure are we?
About a half an hour.
I pulled that lever once by accident.
What, the blowback?
Yeah. Suppose we turned it loose deliberately. It's a gamble and it mightn't pay off. One or even more of us might have to die.
I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. He is our worst enemy. They are innocent children.
We have to get that ape on the right spot or it won't work.
What a way to die.
He has killed one of us. Let his ancestors take care of him.
Do we do it?
If it has to be done, we'll do it.
We have to wait until full pressure.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence
Miss
that walketh in
Ferris,
darkness,
I'm
nor
thirsty.
for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall
I tell you, I must get food and water for the children.
No!
Haven't you got children? You wouldn't leave them without.
thine eyes shall
No!
Pressure's up, Mark.
We've got to get that ape down here. Captain, that's your job. He's on the bridge.
You'll have to come down here. I can't get the men to work.
Let me speak to the fat captain.
I'm the fat captain. The situation is out of control.
All right, I come. It may encourage them if they see you die.
He's coming.
We've got only 1 minute left. Stand back, boys. Joe, you take care of the lever. As soon as he gets in between the furnace and this marker, let him have it.
No, leave the ropes alone. I want those silly pirates to think I'm out of commission.
Get on with work! Get on with work, I say!
Now, look here, you. I think you're playing it wrong about these children. Now, what I should do if I wanted to make money out of this deal...
What do you say?
Well, it strikes me, when the parents get your message, they're not going to believe you've got the children here. They're shrewd businessmen, remember? They're not going to pay out unless they're certain.
You keep your nose out of business.
He may be right. Let him go on.
Well, the way I see it, you should send back one of the children as evidence. Just one isn't going to make any difference to the ransom money. I've been thinking, and I might be prepared to do business with you on those terms.
Mark!
How did she get here?
Mark, you're selling us.
Take her out! I can't discuss business with a woman around.
The children need food.
Get her upstairs while we talk this over.
They were right! No decent country would have you! You're not fit to land anywhere! You're not fit to speak to another human being! You're only fit to steal and sell and children! You're not a man! You're nothing!
Now what do you say? Are we going to talk business or shall we join the ladies?
No more talk. Get this boat moving, you lazy bum. Stock the furnace.
We can't.
Why not?
It's too difficult.
Anybody can stock furnace.
Of course. Anybody can stoke the furnace. Even a baboon like you. Why don't you do it yourself? Instead of getting others to do it for you.
For that, you die. Then all know who is boss.
You couldn't even be the boss of a toy boat. You squalid little animal. You're much too dirty and too stupid. And even your father wasn't fit company for the apes.
I not shoot you. I tear you apart and throw you in fire.
Come on and try. You bold-headed bladder of foul air. Just step forward and try.
The others now. Let's get the junk clear. Can you manage on your own?
Bring down and you'll get what you want. Well done, Skipper.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Skipper. Carry on.
Get the ropes away.
Come on, sweetheart. Let's get home. Come on, baby. Come on, darling. Roll, you lovely little thing. That's enough of that! Captain! We're flooding out down here. You'll have to abandon ship.
This is still my ship, Mr. Skinner. Ladies and gentlemen, you shall have to abandon ship. Now, there's no cause for alarm. You'll just get down as those sampans. Just keep calm and obey instructions. Keep calm.
Come on, children, follow me.
Come on.
Are you coming?
We meet up ashore, maybe.
I'll wait for you.
Go ahead, children. Careful. Slowly.
That's the finish, boys. Ready to abandon ship.
What are you trying to do? They're flooded out down there.
I'm taking my ship into port. What are you doing here? I told you to leave, Conrad.
I'm not a passenger.
You've had it, Captain. That's your lot.
All right, Mr. Skinner. You may abandon ship.
Abandon ship. Goodbye, old girl. Have a good rest. You deserve it.
Can I help you?
Oh, no, thanks, sir. This is all I'll take.
I wouldn't be long if I were you.
Yeah, you're right, of course. I hate goodbyes, but still. You forgot the cigars.
Oh, no. I'll go first. Captain's privilege.
Thanks. After you. I really hated you, Conrad. Never hated anyone or anything like I hated you.
You didn't exactly bring out the best in me.
Pretty soon there won't be anything left for us to hate each other for.
The eternal triangle, you, me, and the fat Annie. She'll leave quite a hole in our lives when she's gone.
A very interesting experience, don't you think, Archdeacon?
Yes, very interesting indeed.
Here, you better have my Tweeties. Maybe the children enjoy having him for a pet. He's a nice, quiet little fellow. He wouldn't be happy without a home. Mine's gone now.
Oh, you'll soon get another one, Captain.
No, Miss
Another
Ferris.
Homelander ship.
One was enough. Too much, really. Your friend Conrad knows what I mean. For the likes of us, a home and a steady job and all that goes with it. You shut up. Don't feel sorry for us. Even my ship. She was getting on a bit years, you know, poor old Annie. She's well out of her misery. As for me, well, you know, living up to her. It's kind of like being married to a very strict and virtuous wife, Miss Ferris.
Can't have been a very happy man.
Well, it was a bit of a strain.
I suppose some people are born to be bachelors.
Some people are born to be bums.
Pardon?
Bum, Miss Ferris. It's a word a lady from America taught me a long time ago. Once a bum, she used to tell me. Always a bum. Don't you agree?
Well, I agree one shouldn't try and make another person into something he isn't. I suppose that's what your Annie tried to do.
Oh, like most wives, she tried to reform me. For a while I thought she was making a new man of me, but now I'm feeling my old self again, and my God, what a relief. It's a hell of a strain. Carry on, Miss Ferris. You're seeing you around.
Well, comrade, from what I've been hearing from the passengers, I gather you've become something of a hero.
Oh, nothing like that, Inspector.
Well, we should be taking up your case with the governor, and as a matter of fact, I think we can do something about your papers.
You don't take me into custody?
Why don't you come in the morning and check with me then? Good night, comrade.
That means I'm free?
Quite free.
Miss Ferris?
Coming!
Uncle, we would like to thank you for rescuing us.
Glad to be of service.
We are sorry we thought you were a tramp. We all think you're really a prince in search of adventure.
Now, children.
But you know, that's just what I am.
What are you going to do next? Something exciting?
Well, I have a problem, children. When I leave here now, I should go and fight a dragon. Very big dragon, one I should have fought years ago.
But what's the problem?
There's a beautiful princess. She wants me to stay at home and live in a castle with her. She wants me to wash and shave and go to work. Just like any other prince.
That sounds reasonable.
Unfortunately, I don't think I could live this way. And the princess would be very unhappy. Now, my problem is, should I marry the princess or go and fight the dragon?
Oh, go and fight the dragon!
I think that's perhaps what I better do.
Then the princess will be very unhappy.
Yes, well, not all stories have a happy ending. Now, come on, children. Your parents will be worried.
Bye.
Bye.
Liz!
Yes, Mark?
Nothing except I still owe you $14.
That's all right. I hope you'll come round sometime and pay it back.
You think the children will be shocked if...
Oh, no, we won't be shocked. Go right ahead and kiss her.
And if I beat the dragon, may I come back and claim the princess? Goodbye, Liz.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, children.
Bye.